wanted to talk a little bit about Line 5 at the Straits. It's gotten a lot of attention. It's something that we're spending a lot of time. As we speak here today, we're actually doing a hydrostatic testing of that system. And we're going back and taking the oil out of the system and putting water into the system and pressuring it back up to the level, the same pressures that it was designed at back in the early 1950s. It's very well designed, seamless pipe, split into two pipelines really for a couple of reasons. One, smaller diameter is more rigid, and two is that you split the flow into two. Another area in the design is where the pump station itself is located. It would be on the southern part of the lower part of the picture. It's really designed such that the pressure across the Straits is the very lowest pressure that pipeline system will ever see. We're working very closely also on advancing technologies to help us reduce our risk. And there are a couple of projects that we're working very closely with Michigan Tech University on. One is our autonomous underwater vehicle, AUV, really to go out and inspect our pipeline crossing on a regular basis. And it's our eyes on the pipe and allows us to see what's going on the outside of the pipe. We're also working on real-time environmental monitoring by sponsoring a buoy out in the Straits to better understand the Straits, the currents and all the things that are going on. And we're doing things like installing anchors, mechanical anchors to further improve the system. When I talked about pressure testing, I think it's very important to know that it's tested to a very high level, and it's operated in our case, about 1,200 psi, max operating of 600, and we operated very low in the range down in kind of the 50 to 200 psi range. And we're also investing heavily in the area at the Straits. We added a crew there in 2015 to enhance our emergency response. We did a full-scale exercise in 2016 with Coast Guard, EPA, local responders. We brought all the equipment out, did a full-scale type exercise, and we envision doing more of that. And we're investing in equipment, open water equipment that you see in the Gulf Coast, but you don't see on the Great Lakes, and we're investing in that, and we'll have it right at the Great Lakes ready to use. And really, just to wrap up, it's really, pipelines provide a vital link to Great Lakes energy supply. Life takes energy, and pipelines are the safest means to transport that energy. We're very committed to the environment and protecting the environment and operating our systems very safely. And it's really not about choosing between energy or the environment, but really finding a way to provide that energy and have the environmental protection that we all want to see. So with that, I'm going to wrap up, and I'll turn it over to the next speaker, and I look forward to the questions and answers coming up later. Thank you.